I like the pain. William Brimmer over on TikTok says, I love this game, but did so much side stuff that I never finished it. That's the beauty of a Bethesda game, sir. We're gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna grab a notebook because that comment deserves its own clipped video out on YouTube for a moment. So, Bethesda games, for those of us who love Bethesda games, offer one of the, I would say it's sort of a trademark of a Bethesda title is that there are so many things to do in these games, so many side quests that
There's
you can
something
literally
wrong.
get lost doing nothing but side quests for hundreds of hours. Correct, JK. That's a feature, not a bug. Also, a feature, not a bug, is the NPC barking, which is going to be going on while I talk because she's going to be mad. That's an annoying feature of Bethesda games, which we know and love, but chuckle at because it's super annoying. But because I'm in here in a conversation dialogue, she'll bark at me while I'm talking. Getting lost doing side quests is one of the coolest things of an immersive RPG. What's up? Okay. And if you come across an RPG
I
where
still
you
got your tongue.
actually, there's the bark, where you actually are having such a good time that you get lost in the side content and you end up playing dozens of hours of side content and never finish the main game, and then you just get busy and you kind of forget that you didn't finish it, that's a good thing. That's the sign of a game that is so immersive and so big that you can lose yourself in the world and not feel like you're on a linear point A to point B roller coaster where you have to get to the end to finish. I would argue that a lot of good MMOs do it that way as well. They offer you enough side content and enough huge open spaces to go do things that you can play for hundreds of hours and get lost and not have to worry about,
You
oh, I didn't
still with
finish
me?
it, because it's always going to be there when you come back and you can just pick up where you left off and keep doing side content because it's a world, it's a universe that can be lived in. It's not necessarily something that has to be finished in this single session of point A to point B. Although for the people who do finish things from point A to point B, most Bethesda titles offer, I would say, in the ballpark of 150 hours of content, all of them with the base games. Because you always have your main storyline, which is 25 to 30 hours of story. And then you have all your faction quests. So, like in this game, you have your Freestar Rangers, is what we're doing right now. You
There's
have your
something wrong.
the United Colonies quests. You go into the Elder Scrolls games. You got your Mage quest, your Fighters Guild quests, your Thieves Guild quests, the Assassins Guild quest, all of those faction quests. 10, 15 hours worth of content. Then you've got all the side quests for all the regions and hubs and all the cities. You end up with I think pretty much every single Bethesda game I've ever played has around 150 hours if you're going to go the completionist route just with the base game experience. And then Bethesda always adds in DLCs over the years. Um, yeah, Bubbaloni says, by the way, if you want linear content without the fun physics or
I
side
still got
quests,
your
go
tongue.
play one of those games. There are thousands of them out there. Leave our Bethesda games alone. We like them how they are. Um, yeah, I mean, the the beauty of a Bethesda game for me is side content and faction. Like we're doing this quest right here. The main story in Starfield, as an example, is it's okay. It's not a bad main story. I think the some of the faction quests are better. Like this one's pretty good. Freestar Rangers is a pretty good storyline. But I really love like the United Colonies storyline. With that one's really good. It's probably my favorite, followed
You still
by
with me?
the fleet quests when you're, infiltrating the Crimson Fleet for the UC Vanguard. That's probably my second favorite. This is probably my third favorite of the faction storylines. And then like yesterday we were at New Homestead, which I'd never really done any of the. I'd never done that that quest at the New Homestead location where you go do the tour with the guy, that alone was like an hour and a half of just following this guy around and like talking to him and learning about New Homestead, and then finishing up at the museum and just talking and listening to the museum guy talk about the history of planet Earth and all the things that had come since then. And if you take the time to actually immerse yourself in a Bethesda game,
Is
you're going to
something
find
wrong?
stuff like that in every single location. Whether it's this game or Fallout 4 or you know, um, any of the Elder Scrolls games, Fallout 76, like all of these games offer these massive experiences. They have an amazing voice cast. Like Bethesda works with an amazing voice cast across all their games. And if you play a lot of Bethesda games, you'll hear the same voice talents showing up over and over and over in all of their different games, which is an awesome thing because it shows loyalty to the people who work with them. But yes, I would argue that getting sidetracked with so many side things that you never feel compelled to finish is
I stick out your tongue?
that's a feature. That's one of the things we all love about Bethesda games for those of us who are fans of Bethesda games. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I thought that one sparked me to do a diatribe, talk about my love of Bethesda. And for those of you watching this after the fact on YouTube, this is the point where I say like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update, and show up for the live streams because then you get to ask questions like that and get your stuff answered in real time, and then I clip it out for YouTube later. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and Kick. Everything in between happens on YouTube, so follow along where you prefer.
You still with me?
I'm still with you, baby. Don't worry, I'll get back to you in a minute. We'll do your quest. Well, get me primed and ready for your quest, baby. You said they looked like soldiers?
That's right. The uniforms look like the
Thanks
ones
for
worn
coming to
by
my
Free
Todd
Star
Talk.
soldiers back during
That's
the
a
war.
good one,
They had a certain steel
Bubbalonian.
in their
That's a
eyes,
good one.
like men who were used to violence. I was in fear for my life.
Oh, thanks for coming to my Todd Talk. I gotta push that one. Oh my God, I gotta include that. That's awesome. I need to get my own. I need to get a Todd Howard T-shirt for these moments. Or you know what I should do? I should get a Todd candle like that other dude has, but instead of lighting the candle to be a dick, I'll light the candle when we're talking about positive things about Bethesda. I can't wait for more Starfield DLC.
Is something wrong?
Any reason why they might want this farm in particular?
Nothing I can think of, no.